Yes.
So here we are with Misfit Adventures Dungeons and Dragon Age episode 17. And
Bloody hell.
pull my intro out. only my intro, behave yourself.
Yeah.
In the last episode, you made your way to Old Haven, visiting the Dragon King. You had the council meeting with Draken, master of the Dragon King. With the Dragon Eye being taken, all draconic creatures are susceptible to its controlling powers. Draken and the Dragon King are unable to offer you support in the fight against the Blight and the Archdemon until its safe return. And that's pretty much the only highlight that we need to worry about from the last episode. So, where did we leave off? You currently just stepped out of Merkin's magic shop.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
And I took Bob and Drago to the side.
Yes, for your quiet, and the fact that he is not here and late, you can have
helps a lot
without him.
This does not look good for him. I think I may have to reverse the decision I was going to make, you know.
No, he don't seem interested at all, does he? Look at him.
You cannot be a Grey Warden without punctuality. I would know.
Someone should tell him to stop picking his nose as well. Right.
Maybe we make a decision later and we move on.
Well, yeah, all right then.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Sounds like a plan.
So, what are your plans then? If your secret council Grey Warden conversation isn't going to happen, what are your plans from this point then?
Who's got that map then?
Actually, you need the map up. You're in Old Haven. The only place to go is back to New Haven.
Right.
I'm sure Ada would like to bury his parents.
Yeah, and you
I
got to do
think it
that.
was on the list of to-do things.
Oh, I don't think we got time for that.
I thought you were all heading up to Orzammar or in that direction to get the old cultist that ran off with the Dragon Eye thing. But that's just me.
No.
Yeah, we need to go to Orzammar.
New Haven is on the way, no?
Yeah, New Haven's on the way, so we can go to kill two birds with one stone, as the saying goes.
I suppose, yeah, that cultist did fly off, didn't he? So he's probably got quite a jump on us, and those bodies probably festering by now. So, yeah, I think I'm sorry.
Just for you guys to give you a little bit of.
If we look at this here map.
All right, there we go. Yeah.
Look at this here map. Orzammar to the north, as is New Haven. So I suppose.
So you guys are all currently down here.
Yeah.
When you started here, you went through all the catacombs and underneath, and came out of the side of the mountain here, and made your way into Old Haven.
Right. Well, surely there's an easier way.
We agree.
Can't be the only way in and out, can it?
Well, as I think we had this conversation last time, so this whole area that's brown
That's
Mountainous.
is all
mountains.
Well, I think I'll know a shortcut through the mountains. I'm a mountain dwarf, am I? Let me double check that.
You're gonna find out it's a
I'll
hill.
offer you a hill. I'll offer you a hill dwarf.
No, I'm a mountain dwarf, I'll have you know. Thank you very much.
But you're not no ranger though, aren't you? A fighter?
No, but I'm a mountain dwarf, you know. So come from the mountains, know my way around, and and I know the sewers as well.
What sort of mountains are we talking about? If I were to look up at this mountain here, would I see quite a steep ascent, like the big mountains of north?
So what you know is the mountainous regions. If you think of, you're going to make your way up a pathway, and eventually that pathway is going to stop, and it's just going to be snowy crops of mountains at the peaks to go up to come down. Very similar to the top of the Red Cliff Mountains, because it's basically a continuation of that same dragon country, to speak your language.
What about the old shopkeeper then? Would he happen to know anything in that way in and way out? Surely he knows. where was he getting all these materials and his wares from then?
Which shopkeeper are you after?
Well, the bloke we just spoke to.
Well, Merkin.
The one that's, freely in the nip.
Yeah, he'd be all right.
You want Merkin? I can't remember his voice. What was Merkin's voice?
It was,
It was a lispy one like this. There we go.
Yeah.
Found him. Yes, he did. Cool. There you go.
He went back in, didn't he? So
He was setting up his shop front for the market.
Oh, so he's in and out then.
Yeah.
Here, you Merkin.
As he sort of he still hasn't put his robe on. He's still naked. The Merkin in full flow. Wig sort of blowing in the breeze.
Oh, come on, mate. Do us a favour.
he pulls over the awning, starts putting all his stuff on. And goes, "Oh, you're still here. What can I do you for now? Surely you can't still want to see any more of me."
No, not at all. Actually, we were just wondering. So we obviously come in the old way down to old New Haven or Old Haven. Where are we? Old Haven.
Right. Coming in Old Haven.
Right.
You got it.
Thank you, Ada. Yeah.
It's
And
okay.
we need to get back up to New Haven.
I
Right.
want to go back up to New Haven.
Right.
That's fine. I could show you the easy route for New Haven. I mean, as you can see, I can see you got a map in your hand, so I'll show you on the map. It's fine. No worries.
Thank you very much.
It's all right. So you're here, and you want to go there. Seems pretty straightforward to me.
Aye.
So I take it you came through the catacombs then of the of New Haven.
Aye.
Well, it's all right. You don't need to go to the catacombs. You can walk straight out the side and then go up the top, and then you'll get straight to the chantry. And he points over to the hill, and as up the hill, you can actually see that there's just a meandering walkway that just sort of slowly makes his way up the side.
Oh, all right. That seems fairly straightforward.
So you just walk straight up there, right? And when you get to the top, once you get through that little bit of forest, you'll see the chantry. And I'm assuming that's where you want to go.
Yeah.
It's correct.
Thank you kindly, Cyril. And
Cyril? I'm sure Cyril was somewhere else. But he was Cyril. He left squeaky.
oh, sorry, Glondomir.
Condemere, wow.
You're just throwing names out there now. It's whatever you think. Oh.
So
Wait,
yeah,
wait.
if you want to get up there, that's the way to go. But it's sorry, I've got to start getting my stuff out, and he starts pulling barrels round and continues laying more of his wares out.
Right, cheers, mate. Here off.
Oh, anybody feel that breeze?
Oh, God.
Right, well,
Sounds like the fella.
we know where to go now, so we should probably get going. What you would say?
It's either that or we continue seeing the breeze blowing Merkin's Merkin.
Oh,
Mate, I didn't roll for a perception.
I'm not going to.
Fair enough.
Don't worry. I just
Surely
know what
that'd be
it
a nature
was.
check. That would be.
What, to see if it blows away like a double read.
So, so what? You're just gonna head out straight up to New Haven?
It seems so.
Yeah.
Yeah. No more to dos. That's fine.
No, I think so.
So as you start to walk along the town centre, a shadow flies over the top of the town. You start to hear a few screams and murmurs as the town folks all start running in and ducking for cover. Now on the edge of town, the market's behind you, almost empty and bare, with nobody present. What's your marching order as you're starting to leave the town?
I got the rear.
There's a surprise.
What time of day is it again? Sorry.
You're early in the morning, so I mean you're It's all like 9, 10 in the morning because you woke up, had your breakfast, went to the smithy, went to Merkin's.
Okay. I'll lead the way. It's fine.
I like the fact that it matters what time of day it is.
Well, if it was dark, I would have cast light. But if it's not, then I'll save it.
In the morning, mate. In the morning.
I will stand second to last.
Second to last. Bob at the back.
I'll probably be in the middle.
Yeah, with me, Bernard.
Oh,
Are we cutting up for a forest or?
You're just leaving the town at the minute.
So
okay. Second then.
mountainside, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'll just put you I'll put you somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, son.
As it's all right. I'll leave him there for the minute. Yeah. As you start to approach the edge of town, you can see now perched on the side of this hillside, a red dragon seems to have reappeared.
Ready yourself, lads.
And if I get the map loaded up.
that's an interesting rain noise effect.
Hmm?
Can you hear the rain in the background? It's nice.
Yeah.
Right.
See the giraffe.
That's gone.
Yeah.
Where
See
is it?
Jeffrey.
There it is. Oh, yeah.
It's a baby one.
Where? Oh, there.
It's not the same one.
Obvious.
Fucking hell, Dan. How many drinks you had, lad?
Yay.
I
Thanks.
didn't try to hide it too
Focus.
much today, but yeah. So
That beautiful creature.
there you have
Oh no,
your current layout.
Oh, my.
that's nice.
Oh, my.
A lot of terrain to be
Oh.
used. I'm gonna try and get that giraffe.
Yes, I've actually put you close to the giraffe this time. I don't know why. I'm sure it's going to hinder.
Hint.
But yes, so as you're leaving the town, a giant red dragon stands on the side of this hillside, just staring at the town of Oldhaven.
Oh.
Can I tell if it's hostile or is it just,
At this distance, you wouldn't be able to really. It just seems to be sitting there.
Has it noticed us?
Ooh, interesting. If you want to roll, I mean, because has it noticed you? Animal handling insight. Has it noticed you? I don't know. If you want to roll a stealth check.
Oh, no.
all of us or?
Well, if you all want to roll stealth, then we'll do a communal stealth
Oh.
to see whether it's noticed you leaving the town yet.
19. I'm a stealthy
15.
farmer.
Oh, I get disadvantage. Hang on.
No, you don't get disadvantage anymore on your stealth because you're no longer wearing heavy chainmail.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait a
cool.
minute.
Okay, well that was a 15 then.
Oh, shit. I'm wearing chainmail. All right.
21.
Oh, that's an 11 for me now. Oh.
13.
26.
Wow.
And the ranger being stealthy.
Who would have thought?
That's the only high dice I'm going to get tonight.
Well, yeah.
Don't jinx yourself.
There was no. I mean, so yes, the dragon has seen you leaving the town.
Mm.
Although there was one extremely high one, the rest of them were pretty low.
Wow, you can see you're 21.
I'd like to take cover somewhere, just in case.
Okay.
Let's move up.
You're free. You're free to move with this. You're not in initiative order. You're free to move. This is an open
All right.
board. I'm trying something different now. This is an open board, so free to move wherever you want to go at the moment.
Oh.
I'd like to move to the stone just behind the statue. Sorry, just to the right of the statue. Just behind it. The other one. To the right. No, the rock. Sorry.
The rock was in that.
Yeah.
The patch
Alright,
of green
I mean-
over there, if you could please, DM.
Right, okay. So I don't mind. You guys are setting up now. He knows you're there, so this is where stuff happens. So, where do you want to go? Anybody else want to move?
I'd like to go to that giraffe there and see if I can just,
Oh, I shouldn't have
portion
put
it
on
away. Portion it away out of harm's way.
Come on, yeah, you're next to the giraffe.
All right.
Animal handling. Anybody else want to move?
Yeah, stick us up on that little ledge bit, mate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice little shooty platform there for the
Yep.
ranger.
Still free movement.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think.
I mean, I'm going to get Holgoff to be an idiot in a minute because we all know that.
How far are we allowed to move?
Well, this is it. You've got your movement. This is just your setup. You stuck yourself behind a rock. You're there.
I want to
Okay.
go right. I want to go right up.
Before he does, let me just move behind to Bob's left, the bit of. Yeah, that'll do.
Well, I can't get you closer because the.
No, I was going to say this. Like, is that like a statue or a pillar?
Mm.
Yeah, just behind that. That'll do.
Statue, quite interesting.
Right, Ada, you're the last one to move.
The archway or the gateway, probably not in the middle, but by the side.
Fine. There you go.
Can I hold an action?
You can hold an action. And Holgarth, because he's a nutter, he's going to stand right in the middle. Because
Screaming.
Come at me, you pussy!
Quick question, TM. Can I try and mount this giraffe, like tame it?
I just said roll an
it's
animal handling.
fast.
I'm
Oh,
glad
right.
you-
Sorry. Right.
So glad you clarified
Shit.
that.
Natural one. So I
Good.
guess 6 total.
The giraffe sort of looks down at you, just slaps his tongue out, goes back, jump in the tree.
Okay. I wasn't going to mount it originally. I just wanted to get it out of harm's way. That's all. Just FYI.
With a nat one, it mounts you.
It's a mythic.
So, let me get this straight. You weren't going to mount it until you got close and you realised it was a girl giraffe.
Yeah, it's only boy giraffes. I can tame girl giraffes. It's just too wild.
As you all start moving and tucking yourselves into all these little cubby holes, and the Goliath standing directly in the way, a flash of light streaks over the sky.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And as this crash of light, you suddenly see a shimmer come over the dragon as the dragon starts to flap its wings and move.
Oh no. The end is near.
Now I'm going to get you to roll for initiative.
I'm getting PTSD from this.
Remember, I did ask for hold an action.
I know you did.
Only if it gets hostile.
I like the special effects. They're cool.
Excellent.
Should have readied up, to be fair.
As you all roll for initiative, you suddenly see standing next to you, or Bob suddenly standing next to him, a large, hulking, huge black dragon.
What the hell?
There's only
And
one Dragon Ball.
No.
There's only one Black Dragon Ball.
I'm hoping that
Yay.
Wait, it's off. I've got to press the button.
Oh,
there we
All right,
go.
mate.
what is it?
So a huge, hulking, black half dragon standing next to Bob.
Oh.
He needs to put his name on the screen.
Hello. Is it, are you with that dragon?
Why are you here, Black Dragon Man?
Hello.
So you see, my village is under attack, and I saw you grade Wardens, and I thought I could help.
So posh.
Oh, well, we can use all the help we can get.
Oh, very kind of you. Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Ejida.
Ejida. Well, nice to meet you, Ejida. I'm Carbon, and yeah, we're the Grey Wardens.
Yeah. Bob.
I have heard of you.
Oh. We're famous.
So
You made it, lads.
Infamous.
here we go, gentlemen.
Notorious.
Roll for initiative. It's
Already done.
Cool. So, do you roll for initiative yet, Nick?
I'll
I'll take that as a no.
what dice do you roll for initiative?
Just
D20.
Roll a D20 and add your +2 initiative.
14.
+2, 16. Right, okay. I'll get there in a second. So, 20 and above.
20.
Whoa. Go, Ada.
Yay.
15 to 20.
Or 20.
that would
Bang.
be that would be my son with 16, wouldn't it?
Would it? Oh.
Yes.
Well,
15 to 20.
It only says +3 here, and I rolled an 11.
Hey, hold off to see.
Ahoy!
Oh, so 14 was it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll lay off. Right.
We got Holgar. Stefan, roll initiative.
Yeah, straight in, Stefan.
He's not connected yet.
All right, we'll get there in a second.
Recording in progress.
Well, who's it called?
Oh no.
There's that echo again.
Right. Anyway, come on. This is so. No 15 to 20s. 10 to 15s.
13.
Yes, 12.
Right.
14.
Okay, so I've got Michael with 14. I heard a 13, which was.
Yeah, Carbon.
Did I hear a 14? Or am I imagining that?
12 with Lindworm.
Cool. What was yours, Dan?
3.
That's beautiful. Dave.
Clean up the rear as always.
What about you, Matt?
7.
Wow.
What was that, guys?
Strong.
Yeah, it's all right, mate.
It was unavoidable, unfortunately.
Right. Well, while you're here, roll a d20. Let's get initiative underway.
I've got a D20. 17. Bang on.
Cool. So, good. I'm glad I put him in the middle now first. Right. So he's going to go after Ada. Marvelous. Okay. In that case, Ada, you're first.
Yes. Okay. I will come out of my hidey hole and say, let's try this new power. I will try and cast Ray of Frost.
Okay. So where do you want to move to? You said you want to come out. You have cover. Where do you want to move?
Like, not fully out, but just so I can aim.
Oh, okay. So it's literally going to be a poke out, shoot, and poke go in again.
Pretty much.
Okay, go on then. So you poked your head out.
Yeah, let's try picture Frost. As I do not know how to do be a sorcerer.
Oh, we had to
That sucks. That's a nat 1. That is fucking shocking. Sorry for my language, but that is a nat 1. Do I have to roll?
Well, you rolled the nat 1, but now you roll a d20.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do I
Yeah,
need
so
to
roll a d20. If it's another nat 1, then you go to the wild surge.
That's a 7.
Fine, carry on.
Cool. And then I'll go hide back saying, "Oh shit,
It's like
that didn't."
cool.
This new power is not fully adjusted yet.
That's fine. Okay, in that case, Holgarth, you're next.
Okay. So I'm assuming we're fighting this dragon then, yeah?
Yes, what gave it away?
Oh yeah,
I'm
sorry, dude.
I'm gonna roll and I'm gonna go over and pet the giraffe. Leave you find fellows to it. Right,
Who's
I'm
your boxing
going
manager,
to. Yeah, I'm going to throw my javelin. Where am I on the map?
You are right in the middle, mate. I thought you wouldn't mess around. You'd be right in the middle, want to take the dragon on head on.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, bloody hell. That's too funny.
Actually, no, I'm gonna go up to the dragon. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of my javelin unless I really, really have to.
Right, so you can really get the size of this thing.
Yeah. You're a big boy, ain't you? Right. Okay. Right.
That's a big old boy.
It is. Right. We have 19 plus 3, 22.
That's a hit.
4 on the hit dice.
Plus your modifier. I don't know what the modifier is anymore.
Plus 6.
So 10 points. And I'm assuming you want to rage, right?
You're gonna rage. It'll be a bit silly not to.
That'll give you another 2. I heard him say that he was going to rage. Cool. So 12. So as he stands there raging with his giant axe, he takes a swing. Boom! Carve it into the dragon's giant foot.
His foot. What a naming for his foot, but the dragon can't stand, it can fly.
Can't reach anything else, mate.
Yeah, I'll rage and frenzy and that.
Cool.
So,
yeah, he's raged, he's cool, he's attacked. Okay, Ajida.
I have no idea if I can do this. Where am I exactly?
You're right.
You're next
yeah, I'm
to
there. Okay. So I'm going to attempt to move forward as less as possible. The least I can.
Right.
Just so that I'm in range to do my acid breath.
Okay, so that's your cone. So there you go.
Oh, okay. Sure. It's 5.
Oh, God, again. Acid
Hold on.
bath.
What was the DC on that? That was DC 17, if I remember correctly.
DC 15.
DC 15. Well, that would be a fail.
Oh, okay. Then.
9. That's fine. That's a fail for me. So roll all your dice.
You get full damage.
7d6. 5. 11. 16. 20. 25. 27.
27 points of acid damage. There you go. As this giant black half dragon steps forward and just unleashes with a huge huge breath of acid just firing at this giant red dragon.
Cool.
That was your action. What do you want to do as a bonus action? You've got a spell that's good for bonus action.
So what, smite?
No.
Oh, what is it? I forgot now.
You can cast Hunter's Mark.
Oh yeah, I can I?
You can.
How exactly do I don't know how to.
You say I cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay, then I cast Hunter's Mark for my
There we go. Hunter's Mark.
Sure.
And because I'm a really nice DM and he's new to all of this magic stuff, he's going to roll his extra D6 damage on top of the breath weapon.
What, just one more?
Yep.
1.
Awesome.
Oh, God.
28 points of damage. Marvellous. And are you going to continue to stand exactly where you are, or do you want to move back to cover, or?
I would like to hide back behind a rock, whatever rock is closest.
You can't really get behind a rock, but you can hide behind Bob. He comes up to about your groin.
You're lucky. Bob smells of roses now.
It's later on when we find out that this black dragon's related to the one that he
Oh, yeah.
Who is next? That is Bernard Cobham with
At your
Lindworm
service.
with Lindworm on deck.
I'd like to have another go at mounting this giraffe over here.
Why?
Come on, girl. I just want, because it'll increase my movement speed, won't it? So I'll be a speedy cleric in the sort.
Do you know what? What's your movement, Bernard?
My movement is 30 feet.
Exactly. Do you want to know how fast a giraffe moves?
Oh, I'd say when they start galloping pretty fast.
30 feet. Or you can make it dash, so it can go 60 feet. But then you can move and dash.
Right. So 60 feet. So it'll move me, and then I'll do my movement.
And the DC on this animal handling is ridiculously high. Go for it.
All right. I'll give it a roll. Aha! Oh no, not the one I thought it was. 14.
Still nothing. It's still just looking down at you, just chomping on its leaves. Quite happily going on. Seems like a waste of an action.
Well, that's my decision, I will. Am I 60 feet from Olgarth? I think.
Are you 60 feet from Holgarth?
Yeah, within 60 feet.
Let's get my 60 feet. You are just within 60 feet of Holgarth, yes.
Right, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Olgarth.
Oh, that's nice.
So a shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice, which be Olgarth, granting it a +2 bonus to AC for the duration, which is 10 minutes. But it probably won't last that long because I'll change my mind. But there you go.
A +2 bonus to his AC.
To AC, that's right.
Cool. Your AC is now 16 then, Holgarth.
Thank you very much.
Well, you're all right. Good luck. And that's me.
Thank you.
Nice one. Lindworm, Hugh.
I will have a hunter's mark on said dragon, please.
Oh, I get to put 2 hunter's marks on it.
Yes.
Thank God it's got 2 horns.
Yes.
Like it was designed for.
It looks like he's wearing a pair of glasses. Go on.
It's like a little frisbee game thing you can play, isn't
it? Maximum points.
Don't make me laugh, you bastards.
2 lots of hunter's
marks. Sorry, I forgot.
It's all right, I fucking didn't. Need a little brown Pontius Pilot out now, doesn't he?
It's a monocle.
Anyway, 2 arrow shots. Let me do the maths. 10 and the 9, 18.
18 is just about hits.
Wow.
Pardon me.
And he's already stuck a wound, hasn't
he? He has.
Quite handy. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 19, 20, 23, please, damage.
Nice. Cool. 23 points of damage, yeah. So these 2 arrows come striking through the sky. The dragon lets out an ear-piercing roar. As it's now the dragon's turn, unless you've got anything else?
No.
That's what I thought. Could.
Oh no.
See what's best. Ooh.
Oh no.
Get that thing off my head.
Good. Holgarth, Ada, and Drago. Roll me dexterity saving throws, please.
Probably not.
I'll pass.
May I do something? I might use my inspiration. But this needs your transgression.
Go on.
Can I use my inspiration to turn my breath weapon as a reaction? And try and clash it.
Interesting.
Ooh.
So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll allow it as a reaction, but because of the differences between the two, your breath weapon will cancel out any of my hits. So if you get 10, I get 20. I only do 10 damage.
Okay, that seems fair.
That's kind
Okay.
of cool.
So I've got to take off
Yes,
my
because that is
inspiration.
cool, I will let you use your inspiration to do that.
But just
Thank
'cause it's
you.
cool.
Because that is kind of cool. I could just,
Yeah.
as this fire comes hashing out, Ada just stands there splashing out this acid. I like the look of it. Yeah, I can envision it.
Yeah.
It's there. Go on then. So yeah, you roll me yours. You roll your damage, and I will deduct it from mine.
I'm trying to think of what level does it say? Is it? Bloody hell.
Because you, in effect, your breath weapon would also protect Drago, so Drago will benefit from this. Holgarth, not so much.
Sorry, matey.
Mhm.
So that's
He's used to run
3D.
straight up to a dragon.
Yeah. These lives, you know, they like going gung ho.
That's 9 points of damage.
Cool. I will deduct that from mine. Now, everybody's dexterity saving throws.
Yep.
What we got?
13.
16.
Well, 16. And
8.
Ada, an 8. Oh, Ada failed. But
That's fine.
He's got the -9 anyway. It's all right. Okay, so we've got 2 passes and a fail, which is fine. I'll run out of D6s.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Yeah, all right. It's not as bad as it could be.
I understand that.
Again, you know, that's all right. 15, 18, 24, 25, 26, 29, 34. So, Holgarth, that's 17 points of fire damage for you. And that will be 8 points of fire damage for Drago. But if I'm doing what I said I was going to do, and minusing the 9,
Yeah,
means Drago is free.
that's fine.
Doesn't actually get hit. Ada manages to save him, which means a 34, 17. Ada will take 25 points of fire damage.
Cool. That takes me to half.
But that 9 saved your freaking skin from taking over 30. So yeah, it's not bad. Worth the inspiration, I think. I like that. Good visual. Good visual. And I guess his breath weapon out of the way for a while as well.
Yeah, I'm out of my breath is out.
Quite interesting. You just seeing these two black, this dragon king, this half dragon, throwing their acid at this giant red dragon who's spitting fire. It's cool. And that's me done. And that will bring it to Drago, who just survived dragon breath. What?
I'm just checking one thing because didn't realize I was next. Let me see.
See, the goblet makes sense now, doesn't it? I am fire.
It's foreshadowing. Foreshadowing.
No, actually, I saw this in a shop in Brighton. It called out to me. The price did, but I liked it anyway.
Fair enough.
But it just means that there are 2 cool people in this house now, because Michael's got an awesome mug too. See?
Very nice. Very nice.
just
Oh,
realised.
you gave him your tankard.
Yeah, I have my own as well, but that is not to be spoken of.
It's not to be spoken of, no, because it was expensive.
Yeah.
It's going in your Christmas key. Right, Drago's checked out. Find what you need.
Yeah.
Like his confidence.
Yeah, I think plan A I might have to leave to one side for now because there might be an issue with that. I really want to use it though. Hmm.
I do have.
I want to cast Call Lightning, but it's a bit of a tricky one. 60-foot sphere, or no, sorry, 60-foot radius, centered on a point, and each creature within 5 feet must make a Dex saving throw. So I can choose where I center the point because it's actually 120-foot range. So what I was thinking is try and cast it on the dragon and avoid Holgarth at the same time.
Don't
because
think you can.
it's no.
Because Holgarth is under the dragon.
Oh, that
So-
would have been cool now.
Might have to leave. I'll re-research that. Might have to leave that for now. Okay. I'm taking it. I can just run up and clobber it. I'm close enough.
Yeah, I mean, well, what's your distance?
Speed's 30 feet.
Yeah, you won't quite get there.
Hmm.
Actually, you're going to fall so. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know
Oh,
what?
look at that. He
Let's
jumped.
do.
Very cool.
Let's do spiritual weapon. Let me see. Yeah, let's do spiritual weapon just next to the dragon because that's 60 feet distance. And just trying to find it. I've forgotten the specifics on it. So what I need to roll for spiritual weapon, it's just gone blank, and this page is
it's a melee. It's a melee using your.
Oh, okay. All right, that's easy enough. 6.
No, that's not a hit.
Fine. And then as a bonus action.
The spiritual weapon's a bonus action. You can make action now.
Okay. I'll do healing word at 2nd level on Adder. So that would be 2d4.
All right. Are you doing all of this? You're keeping yourself in face contact with the dragon.
I thought I couldn't reach it.
Yeah, you did. I moved it. I coughed and reached it.
Oh. All right. I didn't realize. Because I was looking, I didn't see you move me. I wasn't looking at. I was looking at a web page to try and find the spells.
Oh,
that's why I said spiritual weapon.
Well, I can move you back if you want. If that's what's happened.
Yeah. So if I couldn't reach it, I'd do spiritual weapon. If I could, I would have hit him. But I've done spiritual weapon now, so I'll stay where I am.
Right. I'll put it back there.
Okay. That's because I was having too many browsers up at the same time. All right.
So leave by myself.
Healing words.
You're still there on your
own. So I had to get 7 health back.
Oh.
And yeah, I'll move up to where he is. Adder. I'll just move side by side next to him, just a short distance. Yeah. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Sure. That'll be right. Bob, bringing up the rear. Adder on deck.
Cool.
Right. Bob's going to jump over that rock and going to charge in. And as he charges, he's going to say, I call upon giants might! And he's going to grow.
Yeah.
Unsheathe his
Do you know what? He's
weaver's
actually
edge. And I'm going to take a swing for it.
Come on, I want this weaver's edge to crit. Come on.
For a 22 to hit.
Wow, but no nat 20. God, it's
I
definitely
know.
a hit.
That's a shame, isn't it?
Definitely a hit.
So that is a... so I get the extra d6. Come on. So 10 slashing damage, and with that hit, I'm going to use a fire rune, which gives me an extra 2d6 of fire damage, which comes to an additional 8.
Cool. So yeah, so as you run in, you cleave away with your edge. As the rune creates this flame, you see the flame just disperse and roll off of the red dragon scale.
And for the second hit again, nat 1.
Oh, God.
Good time.
This guy's never rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, I know.
Man.
And that's me.
Great. That brings us back to the forefront then. Adder, it's you.
Well, patting the embers off my clothes. I said, okay, and the sorceress didn't work. Let's go stick with something I do know that will work. I cast Chromatic Orb.
Nice.
For a 19 to hit.
That hits.
This is going to be for acid damage. That is 14 acid damage.
Cool. Wow. 14 acid damage. Fantastic. Yeah, so the giant orb of just glooping acid crushing against the side of the dragon. See it stripping away its scales and it runs down its hide.
Yep. I'll stay. He was somewhat in front of Drago just to be like in the human shield again, just in case.
Right, yeah, I'll leave you where you are. It'll work.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. Mike, is your phone on?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just very silent.
I just sent you a WhatsApp. So, cool. That'll be Holgarth's up and Ejida on deck.
Right. I'll take another swipe with him with my great axe.
Oh, I forgot to send you your bonuses for this, didn't I?
Yeah, you did actually. Yeah.
It's really easy. It's a +1 to hit and a +1 on damage.
Okay. Nat 20, 23. So does that make it 24 with the extra 1 on that as well?
Yep.
Right, okay. And 5 plus 1 is a 6.
Yeah, 5 plus 1 plus your bonus.
Yep.
Which is, I don't remember it.
Mid bonus. I don't know what we're doing. Yeah, sorry, I got 20, nat 20 plus the 3 plus the extra 1, so 24, and I've got a 5 on the hit dice plus hit DCs plus 6 plus the other one as well. So
11 is the right. For what I managed to get out of there, it's 13 points of damage.
Yeah.
You said you got a nat 20 to hit though.
Yeah, was it a nat 20 to hit? You got to remember that bit.
Nat 20 to hit, yeah, plus
Right.
me
So
3 plus 3 on the damage.
So you double the damage dice then on a nat 20.
Right, okay.
Just roll the d12 again.
12 on that one.
Cool. Okie dokie. Yeah, that's better. Right, marvelous. Yeah, 2 hulking hits. Well, bear damage anyway. 25 points of slashing damage on a nat 20. That sounds about right.
Okay.
You are raging. Are you going to anything else?
Yeah, I'll hit him again.
So you're going to frenzy.
Yeah, 2 right.
Cool.
Hit him before he hits me.
Yeah.
So 15.
Plus your 5, plus the 1, 21 to hit. Yep.
And a 5 again on the.
So 5
thing.
plus 5 plus 1, another 11 points of damage. 120. Marvelous. Yeah. 2 good hits with the big axe there. Now no longer talking to her, which is a shame because I was enjoying it.
That was I actually. I was actually quite. I was like, did I kind of get rid of that a little bit too soon? I was interested to see where that could go. But, oh well. The burden on that is no more.
You can always watch those videos back.
You could always go get the axe back, can't you? Could you?
Oh, he's still got it.
I've still got the axe. So I had spell
Oh,
pot on it.
removed, yeah.
Yeah, got rid of the. So it
Get
can't
it
communicate
restored.
with me.
Cool. So yeah, Goliath's out of the way. In that case, big black half dragon.
Okay. So I am going to just run straight in, like as close as I can to the dragon. Why
I think
not?
you're 35 movement, so yeah, you can get there.
Bloody hell.
That's some serious beef standing in front of this dragon. I've got to be honest with you.
Dragons
Oh, wow.
are small.
And I'm going to stab it with my long sword.
So yeah, you got 2 attacks with your longsword.
Do I?
Yes, you get 2 separate attacks.
Okay. D8.
Level 5, baby.
So roll a d20,
Okay.
and you were a +6 if I remember correctly.
+5.
+5, okay.
Not 20.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
okay, so that hits. So roll your d8 twice.
All right. Well, that's 9 together.
Cool.
And I don't know if I can do this, but can I also cast Thunderous Smite?
No, use Divine Smite. It's in the book.
Oh, it's in the book. No, hold on. Right. The other damage is 2d8s. So it's 2d8s.
Yeah, so you do 2d8 extra damage.
Okay, so 9, 4, 8, 14.
Nice. And you've got Hunter's Mark as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. What's that? Another, is that
That's
d6?
Another d6.
5.
There you go. So that's some hulking hits there, kid.
So that's a Ranger Paladin.
No. Just Paladin.
Oh.
He gets
What?
He gets Hunter's Mark as with the Oath of Vengeance.
Oh.
Oh, we chose the other. Okay.
Oh, this is a 12-year-old child. Of course, he wants to hit stuff harder.
Right.
Of vengeance.
So
Okay.
so I mean, he's just done 9, 23, 28 points of damage. And he's still got another attack with his longsword.
Oh yeah.
So roll a
So
roll a
do I have to
d20.
roll
D20 to hit.
again?
Yeah, roll a d20 to hit.
Oh. 1.
Nice. So that one misses.
A nat 20 and a nat 1.
Yeah.
Beautiful combo.
All
He
the
didn't
colours
take my
in
green
there.
dice. I'm okay. So yeah, marvelous.
Yeah, I got
So yeah, you after using everything on the first, it's just so tired he could barely lift the longsword for the second strike.
This
But
is
yeah,
what-
I think that's your lot.
Yeah.
So that will move us on to Bernard
Well,
with Lindworm on deck.
right, I got it all sorted out. Now I'm gonna stop pissing around with this draft. So I'm gonna go up to that bush here. I'm gonna hide behind the bush. That's what I'm gonna do first. And what I want to do second is I want to cast Bless on those three because I quite like out there all bunched up. So I'm gonna cast Bless on them as well. You know, after that, I want to go do Healing Word on Olgath because he's looking a bit low. So I'm gonna do second level Healing Word on Olgath as well.
Lord.
And
So who are you blessing? You're blessing the three.
I
the
quite
dragon.
like the three amigos up there with the dragon. That's quite good.
Fine.
So we're gonna go with that. So they all get an advantage, not an advantage, sorry, a
D4.
a
D4.
D4 on their attack rolls and on their saving throws before their spell ends, which is 1 minute. So we do
D4.
6 rounds or 10 rounds, I forget which. And the healing word I cast was it was a second level on Olgath and it healed for 15
Cast it on Holgar.
on Holgath. Because
Okay.
he's quite low.
Holgar,
Well,
you've gone back up to 48 points.
she'll keep him nice and
Thank
tight.
you.
And that's me done. I'm all done. Oh, I wanted to say something as well. Andraste 712, those who oppose thee shall know the wrath of heaven.
What he said.
That's it. I can go.
Nice. Awesome. Lindworm has just gone to get his delivery.
I'm going to say goodnight at my door. I'll be right back.
No worries.
Well, they go up to his daughter and go, good night, my love. And she look at him and go, what? What?
Oh god, that'd be too funny.
So he looked, Dan thought it was a good idea. Say goodnight to his kids. They're already in sleep.
Everybody's done a runner. I need Lindworm. I need Lindworm.
Someone's called the SWAT on him. He's been kidnapped.
Oh no.
Oh, excuse me.
Oi, fuck out.
Well, judging by that language, maybe it wasn't a delivery, or it was something you really didn't want.
Mm.
The next door neighbour's mum is there.
Right. There we go. I'll do that. Right. Right, we'll skip him. He can have a go when he comes back. That will bring it to me. So, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Yeah, go to sleep. Skip your turn.
Well, I've got 3 people in front of me. And I can do 3 attacks. Seems fair. So we'll make our way across. So my dragon is going to stand there and he's going to try and take a huge chunk out of Bob's bald head with a bite.
Yes, you.
Which is definitely not going to happen because that is only 13 to hit. So after unsuccessfully trying to bite Bob, it's going to make 2 claw attacks. One at Holgarth for a 24 to hit.
I'd like to use my reaction to impose disadvantage on that attack.
With a 23 to hit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Right, I did two half decent rolls on that.
Do a crap roll.
I will just grab my dice. And that will be 17 points of slashing damage, please, Holgar.
I've only just put my bloody health back up. I should have just left it. Really.
And then I'm going to take a swipe at the little dude as well with 21 to hit. Now I know his AC's 20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. AC 20.
Wow, paladins.
Oh, we beefed this thing up massively. It was awesome. I think I broke the book. I had a lot of fun. 11 points of slashing damage, Ajita.
Okay.
And that's the 3 attacks from my red dragon. And now Lindworm is back. If Lindworm wishes to take his turn, he can.
Why did I get muted?
Because we could hear you shouting at somebody.
Oh, the cat.
Yeah.
Next door's cat decided to get in.
We didn't know what it was. It was just profanities.
So the delivery guy was delivering stuff, and obviously I've had to move it through the house. But the bloody cat from next door decided to do a runner upstairs. So.
Yeah, we didn't know who was trying to break into your house, so we thought we'd just mute you.
Yeah, I was chasing the next door's cat out of my bedroom. Anyway, so 2 arrows at big stinky dragon.
Yep.
Oh.
Cat's in love with his beard. That's why it came round.
So 27 and 21.
Okay.
Cool. I'll do the one with the bonus first. So fuck me, read it. 9 damage from that one. And then 5, 13 damage from the second one.
Cool. 2 more arrows cracking into the side of this dragon. As it lets out a small scream. I say a small scream. I'm sure a 60-foot dragon wouldn't really let out a small anything.
Ah.
Oh god.
Ow.
Okay, so Drago, you're up. Bob, you're on deck.
I'm going to go with guiding bolt. Do I want to do it at? Just wondering what level. I'll try and save some spell slots. Yeah. I'll do it at 3rd level. Why not? So that is 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
Cool. So 3rd level, that will mean 66, which I don't have. I've only got 4 on me.
Noob.
Yeah, I mean, how dare you? I've only got 12 sitting in front of me.
I'll 3 twice.
It says the dice goblin.
Yeah, I've got way too many sets. I don't use half of them.
Dice goblin.
Dice goblin.
That's only going to be 12 radiant damage.
Wow.
Really poor rolls. Something I didn't realize, next attack roll made against the target before the end of your next turn has advantage. So if I hit it with the spiritual weapon, does that count?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay. So spiritual weapon then. 15 to hit on that one.
No, that's a miss, I'm afraid.
As
the spiritual weapon sort of tries to jab at it, just sort of started to pick the dirt from underneath its toenails.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. That's all I can do.
Oh. And Bob, you're up.
Oh, God. Right. I'm going to stow my shield and get out my war pick. And take a swing with the Weaver's Edge. Right, how many times can I use a D4 from Bless? Just once.
No, you can
Once.
use
On
it
one.
for- no, until the spell ends.
But how many times per turn?
On every D20.
On
roll.
every attack, I imagine.
It's on every attack and every saving throw.
Right, okay, cool.
There's no per turn for it at all.
So, one attack with the Weaver's Edge. Oh, miss. Bonus action, 2 weapon fighting, 1 attack with the war pick, which is D8. Oh my god. This is not going well. 9 to hit.
No, definitely not, man.
Oh no, hang on. Sorry.
Roll dice.
I'm not adding the modifier. 16 to hit.
It's still a miss.
Oh shit, man. Weaver's Edge for the second attack. Nat 1.
Wow.
No.
I'm going to send you. I tell you what, Dad, I'm going to send you my green dice. I feel sorry for you.
Oh
My green
man,
dice
so that's
served me well.
all 3 attacks with Bless that have missed.
Are you not using your tower? Your dice tower?
No, I'm not at home, so yeah, I haven't got it.
He's got a travel set with him.
Travel light, yeah. Oh man, this sucks. I think. Oh, this hasn't gone to plan at all. Just go action surge, and come on. 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Yes. With the Weaver's Edge.
Yeah.
And that is a 18 damage, slashing damage.
Nice.
And hang on a minute, what am I doing here? And then I get second attack.
You can do your second attack with the Weaver's Edge. You can't do your offhand.
No. And a 24 again for a 12 damage, slashing damage.
Nice. Marvelous.
And that's me done. Imagine if I hit on all 5 attacks. Would have been great.
It would have. That would have been some serious damage. Right. I've taken some major hits in that round. In that case, I am going to use a legendary action to take a set of attacks because
oh god,
I'm getting cracked. So I'm going to legendary action to have an attack round. I'm going to do exactly the same as I did before. Fighter Bob, which is a 21 to hit.
Hits. Damn. I haven't got my shield out either. Not that would have made a difference.
And grab me. Oh, well, I've only got one of them out. And that will be. Oh, it's not too bad. 17 points of piercing damage.
Oh, you bastard.
And we'll take a slice at Holgarth again, which is 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Which is a hit with 19 points of slashing damage.
Really?
Oh my god, no.
God.
Can I use my reaction?
You want disadvantage on Holgarth?
Yeah.
Okay, 27 to hit.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Well, it was. I rolled a 7 and a 17.
Oh,
Just
man.
an additional point I forgot to mention: when I cast Bless, I would have gotten rid of the Shield of Faith on Holgarth because it's concentration.
Okay.
FYI.
We're cracking him anyway. And at the guy that's got the crazy 20 AC. It's the first miss with a 14.
Yes, I'm alive.
And that'll bring us back round to the beginning of the round with Ada Hogarth on deck.
Yeah.
This just got real.
I will point my staff at the dragon and pretend like I got a bow and arrow and cast acid arrow. For a 17 to hit.
That is a miss.
Bloody hell.
I tell you, you guys have done really well with the hits on him today, but yeah, that's a miss.
Fair enough. Do I have any bonus action? Nope. That's my turn.
Okie dokie. Hogarth, it's your turn. Ejida on deck.
Another attack with my great axe. $19 on that plus.
24, 26. Yeah, that's a hit.
Yep. 4 on that dice plus.
9 is a 10, 2, 2, 5. Yep.
Yeah. What's this business with the D4?
So yeah, you don't need it at the minute. Carry on.
Okay.
And you're frenzied, so you get your second attack.
Yep. 12 on that one.
12.
Yeah, on the second one.
Plus 5, plus 1, 16. See, now you can use your D4.
Right. 3.
Oh, 19, that's a hit.
Yep.
Now you roll your D12.
Okay. 14.
14 on the D12.
Sorry, wrong one. Sorry. So I've got my D12 and my D20 next to each other. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. 10.
15, 16. Cool. Marvelous.
Move that over there.
Man, he's taking a pounding. You can see this dragon is now bloodied and cut, and scales are starting to drop off his knee. Yeah, looks hurt. That will go to Ejida with Bernard on deck.
I'm going to attempt to walk up the hill and stab him a bit higher in the body instead of just keep stabbing his toes.
Okay. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I can't really put you anywhere, but yeah, all right, I like the idea. The visual's good.
Yeah. And what I'm gonna do, just because I wanted to go higher, I want to spit in his face.
I like you.
Well, Sully's so angry. Yeah, go
You're
on,
raging
Bernard.
as fuck.
Is he embodiment or Shikaka?
It'd be acid spit as well, so it wouldn't be nice. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So.
Are you just gonna go for attacks, casting spells? What are we doing?
Nice.
What spells can I cast? I don't really.
I mean, what spells can you cast?
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, but
You've got a huge pile of them in front of you. We went through them this afternoon.
Can I? Can I cast Shield of Faith? At level 1 on Hogarth and Bob.
You can cast it on whole. You can pick one of them to cast.
I'll do Hogarth because he's lower.
Oh, thank you.
Doesn't he already have Shield of Faith on him?
No,
I
it
cancelled it off.
went when he cast
less.
less.
Concentration.
Okay, so Holgarth has still got Shield of Faith on him.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You very much.
And now I'm going to spit in his face. So I need my 7d6s.
You can't use your breath weapon again.
Oh, I can't.
That's a one use.
Oh.
It's only a racial trait.
But what you have got is you can cast your bonus action. You can cast Cure Wounds.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll regain the number of hit points equal to 1d8. And my spellcasting ability modifier, what's that?
+6.
+6.
So,
So 1d8
plus
plus
6.
6.
Who are you going to
Okay,
cast it on?
Hold because he is almost dead.
Cool.
1d8. 1d8. 3 plus 6, 9. It's not. Yeah, 9.
9 points of healing back, Holgarth. And he put Shield of Faith on you as well.
Thank you very much. 9.
Right, okay. That's him done. Bernard.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on the dragon. So I'm gonna strike to hit, which is a 20, not a natural to hit.
That's a hit.
Great. So that's damage for that. This is level 1. Oh my goodness, 19 damage.
Wow.
Radiant damage.
Oh, level 1.
Yeah. No shit.
Bloody hell.
It's 2d10 plus your modifier. So I mean, it's
coming with
2d10?
4d6 on D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay. It might be right.
Yeah.
Been a while since I was a cleric.
Yes, a campaign ago, no less.
Were you a cleric or were you a barbarian?
Well, it's a bit both.
Identity crisis of the worst kind.
So yeah, as this radiant bolt of energy flies through the sky, crunching against the side of this red dragon, Bernard.
Oh
Tries
shit!
to kill.
I wasn't ready, man. I didn't take notes. Oh, okay. Look, yeah, Bernard releases this flash of light that heads toward it, thinking that it was only going to be a support weapon. Actually deals the finishing blow, and as it does, Bernard says something very inspiring. Andraste 14, come to me, child, and I shall embrace you. In my arms lies eternity.
Very nice. And as this dragon gets struck, again, the air and light around it flash with a red because I quite like it.
Nice.
I like that too.
Dun, dun,
And then
dun.
the dragon crashes to the floor, motionless.
Bernard takes off his cap.
Oh, his ball.
Yes, the bald head is blessed. Taking my cap off as a sign of respect.
There you go.
Well done, lad.
So yeah,
Indeed. A tiresome battle. Once again, we prevail.
Thank you for coming to our aid, Mr. Ajida. It was most appreciated. You showed up just at the right time.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. I'm just protecting my village.
You are a brave and wise one.
And a grand village
You are
it is.
much welcome.
Yeah, I reckon we would have been done in if it weren't for you, mate. Right, cheers for that. But I'm knackered. Got any food? Or
One thing's surprising, the one thing's not. Surprisingly, Bob's been nice to you. Unsurprising, he's knackered. He's always knackered.
Oh, they
True,
both
2
are
points.
on skin, mate, and especially yours.
Yes, these
And I even had a muck in
did
and
wear you
all.
out, didn't they, Bob? Eh?
Aye. Oh God.
So we going to like take this
Yeah.
dragon apart and like dissect it like before?
Oh yeah, there's a bit of money in
Not that I was
mate.
here before, but you know.
I got yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
don't go in
partake in
like
that.
what happened last time, Bob. When you know what happened to your armor last time. Try and If you're going to cut it open, do it from the outside, please.
Right, yeah, good advice, that. Yeah, cheers, mate. What were you
I'm going
doing?
to take an eye and some teeth again.
Can we actually search it, see if it's got anything on it?
Of course you can. Yeah, I mean, it's a young red dragon.
See
Young
if it's
red
got
dragon.
like anything stuck in its teeth or
My
anything.
collection.
I only got a 7, so.
I mean, this is a very similar creature to what killed poor Jeff all those one shots ago.
Oh.
Just slightly dialed up and dialed down a bit, but yeah.
All too soon. All those deaths too
A little
still too
fire
soon.
up Bob's ass.
Fire up Bob's arse, you pissed me off.
I'll tell you what, right? I'm gonna have to start working on these
Lovely.
encounters because you guys are starting to deal some serious damage.
Mm.
I thought this
Yeah,
was going to
well-
be really deadly, but I didn't get any of you close, really.
Yeah, well, we're heroes, aren't we? So.
Yeah, nah, man.
Just
Yeah,
there you go.
so, yeah, I mean, if you want to investigate this dragon,
Yeah.
it's a dragon. What are you looking for?
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
gonna
rolled
take-
it.
well,
I rolled a
Well, I
7.
said with
So.
Nikki's taking an eye and some teeth in the claw in.
That was ages ago. What are you hoping to get off for this one?
We'd like to get some
18 on an
scales.
investigation on it.
Cool, it's a dragon.
Well, hang on a minute. You're gonna haul all that stuff back to that bloke in old Basildon and trade it in. Take a week, sir.
We might be able to find some sort of tradesperson in New Haven, or we're still in Old Haven as far as I'm aware. So there may be some smithies
What he
that would
said.
make use of it. Or you don't think the Dragon King are particularly fond of dragons themselves?
Oh, yeah.
They are. I think they are all protectors of dragonic creatures,
Oh,
including dragons themselves.
Well, hang on a minute, Adam. Right? I know you know a bit more than me, right? But, you know, they were on about like they don't like them earlier, you know, when we were talking to that bloke, he was saying, oh, no, I don't like them mate, the big dragons and that, you know. Do you not remember that?
I understand they're protecting their village, but I don't think they will go out their way hunting a dragon. They're just doing it to protect the village.
Well, it's because they're scared.
all right. Well, what? Suppose we just leave the dragon here and just head on and just
You do what you don't want to do.
We will, thanks.
I'm just
Sales
saying,
for your permission.
I know, yeah.
Well, Anders is
No,
the
like
conscience of the group, so we should probably listen to what he says.
Well,
Well, if nobody's fussed about trying to claim anything from this dragon or whatever, then we can move on.
pull a couple of teeth, though, can't we? Pull a couple of teeth, get them on there, you know, get another necklace and that, you know, might be able to get a bit of the old fire resistance and maybe even.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
All right, Bob. Yeah. We get it. Yeah. I know the thought. All you thinking though, like what? I guess the question does come to my mind. Why is this dragon attacked this place in the first place? What was the motive there?
Can we determine whether this is the same dragon that Boneface flew away on?
Oh,
It's not Boneface. It's
Yeah, well,
Boneface.
it's
Boneface.
Boneface. We're calling him Boneface until we find out who it is.
Fair enough. Ajita would be able to answer that question for you.
Oh,
Ajita, if you would like to roll me a history check.
A history check.
Yeah, I know your history is quite good. You're a paladin. Broken paladin. It's a really good roll, I can tell.
What? So I'm wrong on the d20.
Yep.
Okay. 15.
Not bad. Ajita can confirm that yes, this is the red dragon that sat on the hillside for 3 days and 3 nights, and that took off with the cultist on its back on the day of your arrival.
So it is true. We slayed his dragon.
what's he come back here for?
Probably to go get rid of us. My only guess.
It's possible. That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Well, it's his mode of transport, isn't it? I mean, you know, has he got more dragons or what?
He's got the dragon's eye. He can.
You've got the dragon's eye.
He can bring any draconic
Right.
person.
So he don't need
under his
it.
He's
control.
draconic.
He don't need this one then, no.
It seems so, as
Because
be
he's dead.
You're missing the point.
as
Bob.
you place.
I love that.
It's almost like unlimited dragons. He's got the dragon's eye. He can pretty much bring as many as he wants. So he probably is not going to miss this one, no.
Right.
Must have just sent it back as a bit of cannon fodder.
Yeah. And we're the ones who get bruised, battered, and beaten, and in your case, knackered from having to fight them all the time.
Well, no.
Should
Well, I'm gonna bulk up my teeth anyway, and you know.
I'll take a couple of teeth in the claw, one of his claws, and we'll bugger off.
Fine, you're going to harvest it. It's fine. You make notes of what you take. I'm not doing it.
Note taking.
What the hell does that mean?
Mental note taking, yes.
Mm.
So trustworthy. Yes.
if so,
I'm not going to harvest. I'm follow Andrew's leading this one, so I'm not going to do anything.
yeah, I'm not gonna go partake on harvesting.
Take what you want.
Well,
Tell each other what you're taking so you don't double up on stuff.
Yeah, I've just
I
taken.
got an eye. I've got an eye. No, I've got an eye. Didn't have
I'm just
I've
taking
got
one tooth.
one eye. I've got one eye, a tooth, and a claw.
Yeah, I'm just taking a large tooth.
one of the big fangs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'm taking nothing.
So you lot reckon we should just press on to New Haven then? I mean, the Dragon Kin have seen that we've fought for their village, so that put us in good stead. And obviously, Ajita can let his friends know that we did something good here today. But our mission still lies north, so.
Yeah, to Ostagar.
Oh God, no, Orzammar. But
Yeah, Orzammar, not
New Haven,
Ostagar.
bury our good
Orzammar.
Eustace and
Yeah, Orzammar.
Sister Muriel.
very familiar with that place.
Oh, hey, Bob.
You're
You're from Orzammar.
All right, yeah, am I? Yeah.
What does he know about it? Nothing. Go on.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'd rather ask. He is
He
a
spent most of
dwarf.
his time down in the sewers. He doesn't really know about the sea.
Well, no, hang on. See what
You
you're
might know
saying,
the
guys.
sewage tracts of Orzammar.
Right, yeah. Worked there for a good few years, mate. I can tell you how many it was, you know, took up a lot of my life, and you know, I ain't got a bad word to say about it. You know, I quite enjoyed it. I met a few good lads on the way. They're all dead now, but you know, good experiences. I recommend it. So anyway, you looking to get into sort of works business, are you?
The only thing I don't like about Orzammar is it's all underground. Sometimes I feel a little claustrophobic.
Ah, you get used to it, mate.
But it's the things down there that can eat you. That's what worries me the most.
Nah, they just shoo most of them away. They just carry on. You don't see them again. It's a diseases you got to watch out for. That's
I
why
think you're trying to enticing Hargoth here to visit your hometown.
He be alright. You just got to duck down everywhere he goes.
Down, 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 down into the deep roads.
You probably have to crawl on all fours, to be honest, mate.
We're in the top
fact,
it.
Not that bloody small.
What was that, Bernard?
I was just going to say.
There's a land underground.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I was just going to break Tartar and say on the topic of Hogarth, I believe we were talking before about maybe it was time for him to take the stuff.
Maybe.
Are we going to do that now, or are we going to do that later?
No, he's not ready.
Oh, all right. Fine. That's all I was going to say.
Says you, Bob.
Well, I suppose we got to have a discussion, yeah.
Yes,
Very
you
true.
do.
We were at that point. We were at that point. I'm ready if when everyone else is. I mean, I'm ready to follow in the footsteps of the Grey Wardens that stood before us and before myself.
So, do you want to go do this discussion now, you, Drago, Bob? You want to go?
Well, I mean, yeah, let's do what do you reckon, Drago? You, how'd you feel? You lot go over there, don't you listen in, right? It's a private conversation.
Yeah, we're staying here, you move, not us.
Exactly, yeah, that's right, Adam. You tell them, Adam. You tell them. I need to know their place before they become
I can imagine if
Bob's logic is brilliant.
I can imagine if you actually agree to it, and Bob, while you're discussing it and doing the ritual, Bob comes back and he just sort of like makes this little little congratulatory little pink thing and go, "Well, that's all I've got. Congratulations."
Anyways,
Oh yes.
Wardens, I should probably return to my hometown. May the Maker watch over you, Wardens, and as a token of my appreciation, I offer one of you to have my 2,000 gold pieces.
On the count of three, we're carrying him well over there.
Bob passes out.
He's finally made up his pension.
And the Maker be with you, Ajita. And thank you for everything you did.
Perfectly fine. May your adventures continue, and I shall see you, hopefully, in the near future.
Take care.
Bye, Wardens.
Thank you so much.
Safe travels.
Very well. And Draste be with
I
you.
thought you passed out there, Bob.
Yeah, well,
He's not laying on the floor.
seconds.
See ya.
I had this wonderful dream that he'd offered us 2,000 gold.
Yes, it was a dream.
2,000.
He offered everyone but Bob.
No, it's not funny, old girl. Right? It's not funny. I'm serious. I could have retired on that, you know. I don't know about anyone else, but I need a piss.
Well, that was exactly what was coming. That is break time as well. I just messaged him saying, interrupt and leave.
Interrupt and go.
It's a good time for a toilet break.
Cool.
So, and back after our little break, and yeah, gentlemen, you're now 2,000 gold richer.
No. We
that was a legit offer from the paladin.
Right.
Wow.
So, how much did you say was 2,400?
To 2,000, no 400, 2,000.
2,000. Just trying to think of splitting it equally.
Gold.
I was just going to say, New Haven Chantry just got decimated. And we're looking for donations actually to get it all started again so we can spread the word of Andraste. So, you know, I know that you've got your own commitments and whatnot, but, you know, Andraste never sleeps. So, yeah, if you fancy giving it to us to help the Chantry re-establish itself in New Haven, we'd be most appreciative.
All right. I mean, that is fair enough, mate. I mean, as a very, you know, I'd back that all the way. Who's got the bag? Give him a gold. Give him a gold.
Oh.
You're the one who's got.
Plot twist.
He had the six gold from.
Who's got the 2,000?
We're not splitting it between us all equally.
But I'm thinking split the 2,000 equally, but Bob's got more gold, and then no, he's got the 6 gold,
Maybe I never mind
and then he
what I
had
got, mate.
Well,
Bob's cut goes to the
5.
chantry by default. So
while you're rooting around in this bag of gold, you pull out a small scroll.
Oh,
Who
oh,
does?
there you go. Here you go, Ada. I know you like reading.
Thank you kindly.
And as Ada opens up the scroll, you have now got
Bang!
yeah, bang. You have now got you have now got the scroll of the spell Moonbeam.
Moonbeam. That sounds like Pokemon.
No, exactly what I was going to say.
Cool.
I wonder what Moonbeam does.
I'll take it. Everyone's just
One of our
ignoring
players used it
the donation thing. And I mean, I'm all right with that, but you know.
Well, let's go see if we can split 2,000 between.
Well, I don't
Is
think
it 5?
I don't think I can carry it, to be honest. But
Well, it depends. I mean, it depends if we're including Mr. Cobham in this
I'm
split.
just.
well, naturally, my
We can-
share will go towards the chantry. But when thinking about the money, I'd say this: ask yourself this: what would a Grey Warden do?
I'm not
Maybe
Grey
let's do the
Warden,
maths
so I don't
first.
know.
hang on a minute.
So
I
that's,
knew introducing all this money was going to cause a delay. Go
so
on.
that's 333 recurring on
And one spare. That's 333 and one
He's
spare.
So that's 333, splitting it between 6.
One two spare.
he's
So that's annoying. If you want to do it equally between 6.
all right, Bernard. I've been having a long old think about this, and
Oh God.
I'm happy. Oh, I've come a long way, you know, and I find now camaraderie is a little bit more important than you know, gold and physical bits and bobs. So I'd like to make a donation.
Here's one silver.
He's one copper.
Oh,
No.
Oh my god.
I'm only joking. Here, you have me share.
Whoa, what the fuck?
oh my goodness! That's most kind of you, Mr. Braun Anvil.
I mean-
Very kind of you.
If you can't carry it, I'll hold on to it. You know.
All right, well.
I didn't know
no
the
time.
catch.
Are you legit giving your share of gold to the chantry?
Bob's having a moment, and
Okay.
this is what he's doing.
That's so what happens when he gets laid by a hard dragon, isn't
Have
it?
you got an inspiration?
No.
You can have one.
Yes. Yes. Thank you
Oh,
very much.
this is player growth. Bob's growth.
Can I use my inspiration to convince these lot to hurry up, make me a Grey Warden before I run off with my money?
That was, I'll be honest, DM, that was the goal.
He played it
No,
blind.
it's fine. I mean, if you could do something that you think, yeah, that deserves an inspiration, cool. I mean,
Well,
Thank you kindly. That will go towards restoring the chantry in New Haven. So thank you kindly, Mr. Braun Anvil.
I'm thinking about what to do. Man.
you're effectively taking 668 pieces of gold.
Yeah, BIM, if I can carry it. But we're all going to New Haven, so
Your trousers are going to fall down, but you can carry it.
I'm
Don't you
considering.
have suspenders? Or is that a completely different farm?
all us farmers have suspenders. I'm good.
I'm wondering what to do with it. See,
Well, if
if I'm a
you
great,
want
if I made a Grey Warden, I'll make a donation. If not, I'm going to go spend it on ale and bitches.
I'm not sure
Right,
Jasper
And not
works like
necessarily
that.
in that order.
No, yeah, not necessarily in that order.
I'll be honest, he's sort of making demands there, so I don't reckon he's.
It's called a joke, Bob.
Well, you know, you can. It depends how you take it, you know, and well, I mean, I'm on fire, but you never know how Drago's going to take it. Or Ada, you know, they might might be like, no, he's a bit of a rotten one. So
This is the point where people start putting in the comment section, can anyone put subtitles on when Bob's speaking? Rambling.
It's becoming harder to do.
It's harder to understand. Like you can hear you clearly, and it just goes off.
My throat's killing me.
We can all take over and do it.
Right, so Bob has given up his thing, so you're all taking your 333.
Yeah.
For the moment. I'll decide on the journey.
Have a think about it on journey. See what you say.
here, Gorman. Hey, I'll even carry it for you.
Oh, it's mighty kind of you. Yeah. Oh, you need some help with that, and obviously security. So yeah.
Thank you, mate. Right, there we go. In my bag. I'll put it in that bit, right? I'll put it in that bit so it's separate from the other bits. And when we get to the old New Haven, you know where it is, and it don't get mixed up with Miss Bear Underpants. Oh, Miss Bear Loincloth, sorry, I don't know what those underpants things are. Is that all right, mate?
Hey, it sounds mighty fine to me, Mr. Bonanjo. Very fine indeed.
Mate.
All right, well, I think we're all set.
Onward.
Yes.
So you start making your way back to New Haven, just starting to make your way up this hill, a meandering long road going higher and higher up into the hills. As you start to breach the brow, maybe 250 feet up, I'll get you all to roll me survival, please.
16.
16.
19.
Well, I know, yeah, I think.
13.
21.
Oh, 16, 17, I'll get a 19 because I've got +3 on me. Survival.
The only one I didn't hear was Ada.
12.
Fair enough. All pretty good rolls. Yeah, simple journey up to this point. From the night before, where it was a nice red sky, the day does not let you down. The sun is high, the clouds are white and fluffy. Blue skies all ahead. I mean, if you look at Bernard's background, that's pretty much what you're looking at.
Cows?
I mean, yeah, there can be some cows there if you really want. There you go.
Yeah, I was ready for that.
So,
why did you show me that movie? I can't get it out of my head.
We all love a grilled dog anyway. Yeah, you're making your way up and down the path. You can see now, standing on the top of this large hillside, you can see across the top of the mountains disappearing all the way up into the clouds. Fancy rolling this perception? Who fancies it? All of you.
Yeah.
Go on, all of you can.
3.
15.
21 to 3. Nice.
21.
Eight,
you.
19.
Thank you.
Cool, some good ones. So as you're looking over the top of the cliffs, on your right hand side, heading back into Redcliffe, amongst the clouds, you can see wing movement, where a whole array of dragons flying high above the mountaintops. This is a nice visual for you.
Wow.
I hope they don't notice us and they're not hostile.
But as you continue making your way down, you're now walking through a nice forested area. Flowers, Limbo will be happy. Walking through a nice forested area. Various animals chirping in the trees and squirrels chomping on their nuts, etc.
I'm sorry.
So mature.
I love my squirrels.
I know.
The occasional, as you're walking, the occasional as a squirrel gets caught in one of Cyril's traps from Redcliffe, more than likely. Delicacy, mate. Making your way through this nice forested area. As you break through a tree line, you can see directly in front of you on the outskirts of New Haven, and the Chantry still standing strong.
Is it still deserted, or has people slowly coming back in?
If you want to roll me a perception, or you can wait till you get a bit closer, it's up to you.
I'll wait until we can get closer, and then I'll go.
Okay. As you break the tree line, you've now walked another 100, 200 feet in front of you. You've been walking now through this area for the best part of, let's say, 3 hours to get up there. As you step into the grounds of the Chantry, you can hear that there are people, but if you want to roll us perceptions.
Oh.
9.
19.
Bernard didn't want to roll a perception.
I trust in Andraste.
Of course you.
I got a 9. If you didn't hear.
There was a couple of decent, a 2 for Lindbergh. Nice. we leave the forest. He just doesn't care anymore.
I like the people now. I don't like.
Is there a number coming out of this, Bernard, or are you just keeping quiet?
Oh, sorry, no, I was going to say I trust in Andraste, not roll. 11. There you go.
Cool. So that's probably one of the lowest sets of rolls that you guys have done.
So far.
Oh yeah, definitely this evening. Yeah, I mean, you can hear that people are slowly starting to congregate. As you look down the hill from the Chantry, you can see that there are small congregations of folk starting to stand around and chat within the village. A small group of people, definitely on the middle area. You can see them all gathered around the what you remember the dead corpse of the shop owner. I do believe his name was Mark.
Oh, that one, not the one inside.
Well, we didn't do anything to help that situation, did we? So maybe we should keep it low profile.
There is an unburied man over there. Surely we should be going to tend to him. That would be the Grey Warden thing to do, I would have thought.
That's exactly what
First
I was
things
getting at.
first. I'd rather bury, not try to sound nasty, I'd rather bury my mum and dad first.
Well, you were just one of many, but all right, Ander, if that's how you feel. Let's press on and come back to do this battle lad later.
I'll whack him on my shoulders, all right, and we'll carry him up to your old mum and dad, and then we don't have to come back with him, do we?
It's a compromise, I suppose.
So, Bob, are you walking down to the middle part of the village where all these people are?
Aye.
On your own?
Well, if everyone's in agreement.
Well, I think we should probably stay together, surely. Maybe a dwarf on his own might look a bit...
We should stay together, but don't call me Shirley.
Airplane, yes! Might be a bit outlandish if a dwarf's by himself. Perhaps if I show my face around, they'll recognize me.
Why don't you come with me then, Burden? And the others can go up to the old Gentry. We'll meet them up there.
Right.
There. That's what you want.
So if the rest of you want to just go into the Chantry and start preparing Eustace and Muriel, and then
That's what I wanted.
Bob and Bernard could go down and get this
Marco Polo.
I think that's what I called him. I'm sure that was always done.
Marco.
Maybe.
Who's Mark again? What's he doing?
He was just he was the shop owner that ran away when the cultists attacked.
Yeah, bleeding coward.
We all make mistakes, especially in the times of darkness.
That was a great one.
So yeah, so Bob and Bernard, B&B.
Hmm.
Yeah, you heading down?
Hmm.
Anybody else
Aye.
going? Yeah, going.
Maybe one more for as a you know, a bit of backup and that, you know. I reckon.
Right, then I'll give you a hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lindbergh.
Oh, the ambassador.
Gives a hand, yeah. You never know what these lot might be like.
Cool.
Is
So
it?
three in and three going down. Cool. We'll go with the three making their way down the hill first.
Understandable.
As Bob, Bernard, and Lindworm start to walk down this hill, the crowd turn, and they all seem to look up in surprise and awe of a Grey Warden walking down still fine dragon scale armor with a shield emblazoned with the emblem. As all the crowd start to gather around you, shaking your hands and approaching and smiles and cheering with joy. But as one voice sort of jumps out from the crowd, Bernard, you're back! It's been a long time!
Hey, good to see you. Good to see you still alive.
I think we're called as your Bernard. I stick with something like farmery. I quite like Giles. I'm going to be Giles.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's good to see you again, Giles. I always liked you. Glad you
It was
What
more
is
just
that,
I
you?
made him say it. I think that's it. Go get my own kicks in this somewhere.
Fair enough.
No, Bernard, where you been, man? We all
I've
had to
been-
do the runner because of those damn cultists that came in.
Wait. Well, these fine chaps here, especially Swarf and it's your Dragonkin and some of their friends up the hill, they all helped chase off those cultists. These big Grey Wardens.
I recognise the emblems. I can't thank you were enough, my little man. And he grabs hold of your hand and shakes it so vigorously, sort of.
I'd like to point out that this little one over here has donated 300 gold. Yes.
Oh, that be mighty nice of you, that be there, little dwarf man.
And I'm trying to get the
Dwarves
rest
were a
of them
little
to
bit
donate.
more stingy with their money.
No, not this one. No, it's my pleasure. Anything to help out the old gentry, you know.
Well, I must say it's been an absolute pleasure. I can't believe. Thank you very much. It's been amazing, and I recognise your face as well. You've been in our town before. Hello, Mr. Dragonborn, sir. Pleasure to be seeing you.
He's a little bit battered and bruised.
He's fine. I won't disturb him too much. So the cultists are all gone. We all started coming back. We came back with our pitchforks and our fires to try and sort them off out of it, but they're not here. And I take you that down to these Grey Warden fellas.
We've gotten rid of them for now, but I'd keep those pitchforks and those fires handy because I think we're still in for a fight. If I'm honest, John.
Oh no, we're back. We're ready. We're all set to take on those bastards all again. I tell you.
By the word of Andraste. Like.
Oh, speaking of Andraste, how did Eustace and Muriel? Did they get out?
I'm afraid they did not. Eustace and Muriel aren't with us no more.
We're have to show them a proper good seeing off. That hurt deep down in my heart. That does.
As on that topic, we do have, as you can see on the dwarf, there would be a man that we wanted to commit to burial. So, if you've got the wares and the people to dig him a good grave, then we'll put him to rest once and for all.
Hey, we'll get that started, and we'll make sure that we have a proper ceremony, and we'll get that all going for us this afternoon. I make sure that be happening, old Bernard, sir. No problem.
Most appreciated.
We're getting going. Hey, you lot. We got some holes to dig. As a small crew now start making their way up the side of the walkway up to the chantry.
Ooh.
Well done there, Bernard. Oh, couldn't have done it without you.
Kind words, Bob. Kind words. Anyway, let's get this done so we can head off back to the chantry and see what help Ander and the others get deal with Eustace and Muriel.
So Ander, Drago, and Holgoth, as you enter the chantry, you can see that there are a selection of robed figures that have returned and are making their way around in. You're right, Ray. Your face, you furrowed instantly. A selection of robed figures making their way around the chantry, just cleaning and moving and tidying up.
It's like one big slumber party.
Wrong kind of robes, over.
Have I interrupted this little gathering?
No gathering, just clearing up after the unfortunate turn of circumstances.
Sorry for being so abrupt and might come across rude. But may I ask, who are you?
Oh, yes, of course. I am. Well, what do I fancy being? Brother
Brother or sister?
And you know what? I'm going to be Brother Jody. Why not, Jody?
Jody.
Yeah. Hey man, everything else has been flipping peculiar. You slept with the flipping half dragon last week.
I didn't do it. No, it was someone else.
Yes, no, I'm Brother Jody, former worker of the Chantry. We were forced to leave by the vicious cultists, but now, as you see, we return in force to fight our way back for our home.
Glad that you are back for just in case those cultists do come back. Glad that there is some defense.
As you say that, you see in the corner standing either side of the main entrance, you see two Templars, full plate armor, great swords in tow.
Nice. Recognized one of them.
In helmets, completely.
Ah, fair enough.
Nothing noticeable. Full armor, head to toe. But
I'll go up. I might push my luck and ask one of them. Said, I might push my luck.
Okay.
Go up to it. I know it might be a weird question to ask you two gents or female. I do not know the genders. I do apologize. But is there any chance of one of you may be related to Father Eustace or Muriel? May I ask?
I can't say that we're related. No, we've been drafted in from the Chantry in Denerim just to guard over some nasty cultists causing problems. Most of our forces now are at the Mage Circle. Terrible things happening there, but no, we've been drafted in from Denerim just to help secure Andraste's teachings of the New Haven Chantry.
Thank you for doing that.
Not a problem. May Andraste be with you.
And also with you. May I don't know who I'll go. I'll probably go back to Father Jody.
Brother Jody.
Brother.
He's a brother.
Fair enough.
I couldn't afford a cannon.
Yeah. May I ask, where have you placed Mother Muriel and Father Eustace?
Oh, they are being prepared for ritual rites.
No,
If
good
you,
hearing.
would you be staying for the ceremony?
Yes, I would.
Of course, the more the merrier. And as you sort of look out of the window, you can see the group of people now, sort of with starting to dig the holes, as Bernard, Bob, and Lindworm now make their way into the chantry.
Welcome back, you lot.
More cowardice!
No.
Ready your weapons!
No, Bob.
Oh.
They're just like Bernard. They were part of their fellow brothers and sisters of the New Haven.
Oh, right. They were right then, are they?
Yep. It seems,
No,
it seems to
I
be in
done the
order.
same mistake as you, Bob. I do have to admit.
Please excuse me, my child. I have preparations to make. I will see you at the ritual.
Yes, you will.
As he makes his way off and starts pottering around.
You know what times like? Sorry.
Go on. I was going to say, lifting up candelabras, replacing the candles back on top, sorting out all the stuff, just repairing what damage and what destruction had been caused by the cultists on their visit, which wasn't a lot, really.
Probably doing help out a little bit, see any tears, cast mending, like little stuff like that.
I like that. Don't need to give you another inspiration because you still got one.
No, I used mine, remember?
Did you? You can have another one then.
Fair enough.
For helping and prepping and etc. So yeah, anything else happening? I mean, Bernard is the main guy here.
I was just going to say, in times of spirituality like this, it's sometimes good to complete other rituals, like making someone a Grey Warden.
Oh, yeah, forgot about that.
Or making someone's a Grey Warden.
Well, I suppose we better have a chat about it.
So,
have to go down.
We might have a chat for the past 3 weeks. Every time the subject comes up, we move on a little bit and we get somewhere else and then something else happens and then we don't get it.
Just keep putting it off.
with all the chantry workers preparing for the last rites of Muriel and Eustace, there's not really a lot you guys can do for like the next couple of hours.
Tavern!
Down a vial of darkspawn blood.
Oh, we can all have a talk about it, and then you can do it.
I'll tell you what, why don't we leave them to talk about it? Because when you say talking about it, it usually ends up rambling and it goes nowhere.
Well, no. Me input and all, Being a Grey Warden and everything, sorry, old Bernard there, what are you going to say there?
Oh, no, you finish. Or you was just sort of saying maybe have a vote for that. Just make thinking.
Well, you're not in it, mate, so...
I wouldn't say myself. I've seen you.
That's nice. Yeah, you're not in it, mate. It's like, it don't matter.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the input, but...
Bob, I got you laid. I managed to get rid of your foul stench permanently.
You tried to poison
I've done
me.
things. I've bought you many rounds of ale.
You said, get that down, you. Right.
And I fought side by side with all of you since the day I walked into the tavern and met you all when you told me about Mojo.
Right, well, look, it's a very nice place to chill out, right? And then we'll have a long old talk about it, and I'm sure everyone's got their input, and we'll make a decision from there. That's all I can say on that one, old guy. Sorry, mate. You never know. Tonight might be the night.
Such a laugh.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
You're such an
Awesome.
ass.
I'm sorry.
Shall we find out what
It
Drago
was
might
about
think?
it was about 5% of input and like 95%.
You've still got time. I mean, there is nothing happening. You're on downtime now.
All right. Well, if no one's going to be made a Grey Warden, maybe a little rest or something like that would be.
Well, I was just
good time.
I thought we were.
Adam was asking Drago for his input. That's what he was asking.
Oh, right.
You calm yourself down, buddy. All right?
Here he goes again.
You go and sit over there with old Garth, all right? Don't look over. Oh, I know you're listening. Same with you, Limworm.
Yeah, Limworm hasn't piped up for anything about becoming the Grey Warden.
I think he's the one. I think he's the one. In person, personally, he's the only one that and been gobbing off.
Oh, man. Sorry. Right, I'm going to shut up.
So yeah, so you're on downtime. What's happening?
I just want to go find out Draco's opinion on turning Helgarth into, one of us.
Well, he seemed a little bit absent, maybe 20 minutes when we set off originally. It was almost like he wasn't here. But, he has pulled his weight and, he has helped us out in pinches. And personally, I think he may be ready. So, I think maybe we do this.
And that's 2 votes for Helgarth.
Well, I mean, I suppose he has killed Elber's bring down 2 dragons. So I mean, that's more of more. Has taken a lot of effort for, especially someone not being a Grey Warden. There's quite a lot of commitment. He's put his life on the line. He's faced death in the face. He's been there and back.
Right.
And he's ready, but yeah, I think he's probably ready. And
So you're still not sure?
well, I mean, there's yes and there's no, isn't there? You can't sort of in between keep stringing the bloke along.
There's yes, then there's no, and then there's Bob.
I say aye.
Wow.
There's 3.
What about
Okay, and that's a full set.
But he's got to do one more thing.
And that is, may I ask?
He's got to bow down to me. I'm only joking.
No, really.
I just want to go picture this. A 4'0" dwarf
As long as
asking 8. How tall are you, Helgarth?
Get up.
What, 6? Something.
Well, as a Goliath, you'd be 7 foot plus.
No, that's
So you're 7 foot plus Goliath.
he has to be lower than me.
And he's a bow down to this 4'0".
Bowing down to him, I'm still going to be taller than him. I'd have to literally lay down.
That's what
Flat.
that's what I find funny.
In all fairness, if he does giant might, right? So you're
No, I'm not doing
you're
that.
about the same height.
Fair enough.
I want him to beg. I'm only joking.
I'll tell you what, Bob. Here you go. Have 1 gold piece and shut up.
Oh, yeah, well, you should have given me that in the first place.
Now we know that
Hey,
Well, can be easily.
if a black half dragon could bribe him with 5 gold,
Nah, but he was drunk at the time.
Yeah, Bernard. Give that to Gentry as well, mate.
have a gold.
But he's been a little bit happier
Wait,
since.
What is
You
going
know,
on?
I've kind of changed the aspects of Bob's life because of my decision that night.
So was it once you go half dragon, you never go back? I remember that.
Yeah.
It's my
Once you go diggy, you never go back.
Ah, Dicky.
Diggy.
It's all right, yeah.
5 gold as well. Wow.
Okay, so that's a full house.
Yep.
So, scales. We do this.
Hang on, before you says anything, are we sure about
Fucking
this?
hell, here he goes again.
We sure we sure.
We had. Don't try to go back on your word.
No,
now,
I'm
Bob.
just,
You
I'm just making,
agreed.
I'm just making sure
Helga
because
has
you know,
proven himself.
once he's in, that's it. He's in.
Yes. That's why I asked for the vote.
Right, look, I reckon the lot of them are good enough. Just give it old Garth, pass it round, and I'll have a second swig myself as well. Just be part of the ritual.
You want to join back in after we worked so hard to gain that magical aspect out of you. You want to go drink it again?
Yeah, well, I can be part of the ritual.
Oh, you just want to go? All right, that's
Well,
good.
leading through it, you know, a guide. Sort of a bit like LSD.
All right, let's go find like a gauntlet or like a something.
Gauntlet.
Yeah,
Goblet.
gauntlet, goblet.
Goblet.
You get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Nick.
I mean,
Knocking with it.
you can see that there are an array of goblets sitting on the side in this chantry that you haven't left for rituals of Andrastes, etc. Very, very, very similar to other stuff, you know, the drinking of the blood, the eating of the body kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So they're all there, easy to find. Pick an eye. There's a silver one with red jewels. There's a gold one with clear crystal on it. There's a copper one.
I'll pick one that doesn't.
There's a nice basic wooden one.
I'll probably go with even the bronze one, the one that's not used as much, but not wooden, but not that fancy.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
fancy.
there's a crappy old brass one at the back, you know, and nothing really on it.
Is he going to melt if we choose the wrong one?
No.
No, it's not going to be Indiana Jones.
You chose poorly. No, not getting into that. No, don't. Yeah, there's a crappy old brass one or bronze one at the back. No worries.
And I will take the vial of Darkspawn.
Lovely.
Put in
This darkspawn blood, which has been sitting in this vial now for 5 days, I think was the count.
Yeah.
As you start to pour it out, it's almost congealed into a sludge as it makes its way into the.
Black pudding, my favourite.
As it slides its way into the goblet.
If it helps, I like Jello.
So I'll have mine with bacon, please.
With a.
We never noticed.
Is this just Holgarth or Holgarth and Lindworm?
I never noticed if Lindman wanted to be. But me said.
I mean, it
ask
was
the question.
in the town because I know the Paddy was missing last week. In the town, Draken, the Dragon King Master, gave you his blessing to join the Grey Wardens for the rest of their journey. So it's completely up to you. Whether you choose to do it or not.
19,
We
unfortunately.
already had this chat, and I said I would
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
very early on.
Well, this is the time, lads. And, you know, you pass it up, there won't be another because I'm going to bore it out.
Are we doing it in the chantry?
Well, it's the safest bet so far.
That's fine. That is fine. Cool. Yeah. Continue then, Grey Wardens. See if you can remember all the way back to episode 1 when you took the ritual and remember what happened.
Well, I'll go. You got to stand on one leg, right?
Whether he's listening or not.
Hop in a circle and say,
Okay.
"I love Bob" 3 times,
Oh my giddy arm.
and then you got to sniff it. You got to
Sniff what?
You don't,
What?
don't drink it. Don't. You got to sniff the dog's blood. You can't drink
There's
it.
only way we can do this and take a more serious approach to this.
Oh, I'm only joking, mate.
Oh my God.
Okay.
When you're ready.
Linran, Hogarth, like we pledged the oath, do you do the same?
In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death, sacrifice. I take these oaths.
Pulls the write-ups off of the internet. Nothing wrong with it.
Right up. I'm not fucking right up. You should know it by now. Play through Origins plenty of times.
And do you, Linran?
Yeah, what he said.
Aye.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what he
Like a
said.
wedding.
Well,
Here in this corner is Darkspawn blood. Take this, and you and then be one of us, a Grey Warden. And I'll go put the gauntlet.
Potentially be one of you.
Yeah.
Mm.
stand back. Stand back.
We're going to stock on the judge.
So basically he's chewing it. Is the way this is going.
Oh,
So if both of you take Olgarth takes the first bit, Linran takes the second. If you both want to roll a Constitution saving throw.
You know, me D20.
Yeah, just add your Constitution modifier or your saving.
15.
And you can't with you. Is that with your modifier?
Constitution. 17. Got plus 2. 17.
11.
Okay. As you start to feel yourself overcome with pain, your head starts to throb as your body starts to seize up as you both fall unconscious.
This is dead realistic.
As you fall unconscious, Lindworm, with your 11, you start to see flashes, dark clouds rocking over the top of Ferelden. These dark green eyes staring at you. Oh, that was blue flashes. These dark green eyes staring at you in your light, in your eyes. The warmth of fire breath all around you. As you start to sweat, even in your dream, you feel that you feel your scales starting to dampen from the heat that surrounds you. That'll do you for the minute. Hogarth, what was yours? 17.
17, yeah, with my modifier.
Lovely. Hogarth, you don't get to see eyes, you don't get to see fire, you don't get to feel the heat. All you get to see is light, bright light shining, tall gates standing proudly as two figures stand chatting in the distance. One normal height, maybe 6 foot human, brown hair with a few grey patches, small ponytail with a beard in front, blazoned in full armour. Standing in front of him is a Goliath. Great axe on his back. As he turns and looks you dead in the eyes. Hello, Olgoth. What are you doing here?
No.
Unable to speak as Mojo approaches you. He starts speaking to you. So you come here, you want to be a Grey Warden? I was one of them. I did it. It's not all he's cracked up to be, you know. The fella back there, Duncan, he's all right. He's a nice guy. He's told me that if you want to be a Grey Warden, I'm not allowed to leave your side. So I'm not gonna. I'm going to be with you for all of this. Just you and me, bro. Just you and me. As he black out. As you two lay unconscious, the rest of you continue with your lives. 2 hours pass, 3 hours pass. Muriel and Eustace's burial takes place. The whole town turns out, almost rejoicing, celebrating their lives. As the evening starts to come in, the village starts to celebrate. Parties, fireworks, celebrating the fact that the Grey Wardens have rescued their village from the cultists. As the night starts to draw closer and closer, merriment's happening. Alcohol, food. New Haven is now a bustle of people. You start to get tired. You make your way back up to the chantry where you still see your two comrades laying down comfortably on the benches.
I'll probably bring some of the party food up to them just in case.
If they wake up.
Yeah.
As the pair of them start to wake, now very, very late into the evening, feeling sick and very ill to the stomach, Lindvern moving as he turns, getting ready to vomit, but nothing quite coming out. The darkspawn blood staying down. As Holgarth sits up and sort of looks into the chantry, a voice in his head goes, "See, I told you I wouldn't leave you." And that's where we're going to leave it for this week.
Oh, sorry.
You almost got me welling a little bit on that bit there. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Part of me's really missed Mojo, to be fair, but I love the way that's just. That's good. That's good.
But one last thing. Bernard Cobham, will you please stay in New Haven and take over the chantry as Father Eustace is now unable?
We'd be happy to.
And for that, we thank you.
Mr. Cobham, before we go, here's my gold.
Oh, more donations for the chantry.
Thank you, Olgarth, and congratulations on making it being a Grey Warden. And
Thank
good luck
you.
to all of you. And actually, given I'll be staying here in New Haven, Ander, I'll pass on what I got last. This ring that gives me some particular casting power, and also these potions there of fire resistance and some sort of truth serum that we've yet to use. You'll be best to carry these and dispatch them to the team as best you will.
Nice.
And for the trade-off, I'll give you 30 gold.
I was expecting a bit more, Ander, to be honest, but that'll be grand. Thank you.
Well, I'm taking mine back because you didn't give me no bloody ring and potion. I'm joking.
The gold will be well spent here in New Haven. Now, I will say this. All sins are forgiven, all crimes pardoned. Let no soul harbor guilt. Let no soul harbor for hunger for justice. By the Maker's will I decree harmony in all things. Let balance be restored and the world given eternal peace.
And with that, the Grey Wardens make their way to the cottage that they have been given for the evening, where you will take your long rest. You've been paying attention, Limbo. You've been asleep for hours.
I say, I thought I was still knocked out here. Like,
No, you've both woken up.
You both were, you tried to throw up, but nothing came out.
Did we get all our HP back?
Yeah, so you're going to have, between now and next week, you're going to be long rest. So you guys are asleep. And when we come back, we will enter into day 11 of your journey across Ferelden.
Thank you, Baron. It was a pleasure fighting alongside you. Hope to see
Grey
you
Wardens.
again.
Farewell.
Yeah, and Justy, watch over you.
And another episode in the can. Thank you for all those that are watching. Hope you're still enjoying it. And until next time, take care.